William Dalrymple, aren't we seeing some kind of a tradition now from the old Nehruvian elite to the new Modi-led India? The Nehruvian elite spoke in English, and there will be those who will argue, including the Prime Minister, that this led to some kind of an inferiority complex among those who couldn't speak the language. And now finally those who speak regional languages, Hindi in particular, are finally finding their voice. Do you really believe that a kind of inferiority complex was built in to our society in India by the Nehruvian elite, which is being shaken, dare I say, by the Modi elite?
Well, I think the new India is the India which is taking over every big business in America and doing, you know, terrifically well on the world stage. And these are the people who are leading India into its next phase. It's right, as you say, that people should not look down on regional languages, and they should celebrate regional languages and regional literature. You know, at the Jaipur Literature Festival, which I help direct, my wonderful colleague Namita Gokhale curates at least 40 languages each year. We make a point of celebrating all those different literatures, and that's absolutely right and proper. But it's also important that the elite and the educated elite are able to deal internationally and take over businesses around the world. It's not either or. It's not a question of one or the other. It should be both, and that's a great Indian strength.
But do you, William Dalrymple, as you travel around India as a self-professed Indophile, do you notice any fragments of the colonial mindset at all? The old boxwalas of Kolkata playing a game of golf at the Tollygunge, having a gin and tonic. Do you believe all of that is a thing of the past? Are you saying that they are now marginal and the real India is very different, and in any case, it's a bit of an assimilation?
I would agree with that. Yes, I think, I mean, even when I was first around in the 1980s, you know, there were a couple of these old clubs left where a fringe would hang out having gin and tonics on the veranda. But even in the 1980s, they were, you know, they were not the dominant world. The dominant world was, you know, people like Lalu Prasad Yadav in Bihar. There was already 30, 40 years ago, a whole new world of new Indias coming, which had the real power, and these guys were a fringe. I think one of the, you know, the great joys and strengths of Indian democracy was how quickly that elite got replaced by democratic strength of other groups. But having an educated elite, which is multilingual and capable of dealing with abroad, as opposed to a cultural elite sitting in British clubs. Having the educated elite who are multilingual and running businesses in Bangalore and London and LA at the same time, that obviously is what we hope India will become: enormously rich, world dominant, and impressive, and performing at a top rank internationally.
And what is also true, and you reflect on many of these characters in your celebrated Empire podcast series, that it was actually, in a way, Thomas Macaulay's English focus that led to European enlightenment in some way coming to India, modern values that inspired the likes of Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru. They went to Britain, it shaped their intellectual thought, they brought it back and played a huge role in actually the freedom movement of this country.
Yes, I think exactly. I think you can underrate very badly how brilliant these guys were. Again, pragmatically using the best of what was then, you know, the cream of global education, but then using it for the benefit of India. I think the Nehruvian elite did what people do today. They're using their skill, their education, and their language abilities to make India the world-class #1 country, the best that it possibly can. So I wouldn't look down on the business elite and those who perform at this incredible international level at the very peak of their abilities, and you know, they are the people that are leading India into the future, running banks, running big multinational companies, taking over all these fortune companies all over the world, and we see them wherever we go. There are Indians running everything, so they should be celebrated, not denigrated, I'd say.
Just to quote what Prime Minister Modi said again, William, he said, Macaulay broke the back of our self-confidence, filled us with a sense of inferiority, threw our entire way of life into a dustbin in one stroke. That was when the belief took root that Indians must adopt foreign ways to achieve anything. The sense of pride was gradually weakened. Do you think the Prime Minister is exaggerating it, that this is more politics? And as you said at the very outset, India is actually an example of the best of both worlds, West and East?
Exactly that. I mean, I think Macaulay was appalling, and my family fought very strongly against what he tried to do. But I don't think he broke India. India gained its independence. The Raj proper from 1858 to 1947 lasted a mere 90 years, which is a blink in the eye of Indian history. And has been long forgotten. This is a strong, independent country. It's incredibly self-confident, and Indians take what they need from that, and there are things which they can take which are of advantage to them. But the idea that they're sort of cowering and beholden to some sort of old ghost of Macaulay seems to me very underrating the brilliance, resilience, and pragmatism of Indians.
You know, interestingly, I can also tell you that Ashish Nandi, the sociologist, once said that cricket is an Indian game accidentally invented by the English.